The 2023 World Tuberculosis Day kicked off with a roadwork by various stakeholders in the health sector, with calls for more sensitization targeted at rural areas to ensure early detection and treatment for ill persons. This year's theme for the World Tuberculosis Day 2023 is Yes, we can end tuberculosis. The World Health Organization recommendation on tackling the pandemic. Various stakeholders at the roadwork in Abuja on Wednesday called for all hands to be on deck. Benedict Uku has more on this story.
As the world edges closer to the end tuberculosis by year 2030, health sector stakeholders in Nigeria have raised concerns on the need to prioritize tuberculosis detection and control measures in the rural communities to enable Nigeria meet the 2030 target. Speaking on the roadshow organized to celebrate the 2023 World Tuberculosis Day in Abuja, the Executive Director KNCV Nigeria and Chairman of the 2023 National World TB Day Planning Committee, Dr. Odume Bertrand, disclosed that most TB cases are from the rural communities.
If you look at where we were 3 years ago, it's not where we are today. For over about 5 years, before 3 years ago, the case finding in Nigeria had plateaued, remained almost hovering around 100,000, 90-something thousand. But in the last 3 years, the national program and partner have been able to move the case detection from less than 100,000 to over 200,000 as the last reporting period. For us to meet the global target for TB case control in Nigeria, the people at the rural communities need actually to be considered and brought on our banner. I will tell you, for instance, most of the cases we are seeing presently actually coming from the community. If you look at the NTBSCP last report, it actually shows that 40% of the cases are coming from the community. And that's why National Program and Partner had intensified efforts to ensure that we push TB case finding within the community. Move this year is to move into the community, create awareness. But our plan is that this should not end with World TB Day. For us to make any meaningful efforts, this awareness creation and push must be sustained at the lowest level of our target population, which is in the community.
Also speaking, the Director PMDT, Dr. Ahmad Mohammed, and Deputy Project Director, Tuberculosis Breakthrough Action Nigeria, Bolatito Ajenigba, drew attention to the progress made so far in the fight against the epidemic.
There are a lot of activities. It's not just creation of awareness. But then, if you look at the policy of federal government, we are able to make sure that the TB, which is a preventable disease, is prevented in the community. The diagnosis of TB in every community throughout the 36 states of the Federation and FCT is free. Not just that, the policy also states that the treatment of diabetes, tuberculosis is also free.
That's why we're doing this again, to make sure that people actually understand. And we don't want them to only understand. We want them to get involved. We want them to be advocates. We want them to be their brother's keeper. We want them to go out and tell other people. And when they see anybody that is coughing for 2 weeks or more, we want them to help the person to get help. So what we're doing differently this year also is to make sure that we're doing this more than just in March. If you look at the data from the National Tuberculosis Control Program, you will see the progress that we have made over the years. Before they said we had only 24% notification rate. Now we're almost up to 50%. You know, our target is 100%, so that everybody that has tuberculosis, they get help, they get treated, you know, and they are cured.
Dr. Harriet Sam Okeke, on our part, reiterated that treatment was free.
Awareness is very key in the fight for tuberculosis. As at the stage where we are in Nigeria, so my International Organization for Migration is solely interested in helping the publication and TB media publication all around the country, apart from just Abuja, and ensuring that people are aware of the fight that we are in presently concerning tuberculosis in Nigeria.
To address the gap in care for low-income citizens, the national program has created a national campaign to enlighten them in local dialects.